Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. See who we can invite in today. How are we all? It's day 5. Happy Tappy with Joe. How's everybody doing? How are we all? It is the end of the week. We've got 2 more days to go of Happy Tappy. Well, 3 if you include this one. Let's just tag a few bods in. There we go. Invite you all in. Hey, how are you doing? So, Happy Tappy with Joe, day 5 is all about loving kindness for yourself and others. And we've spoken a lot about love and love for self this week. In fact, everything that I have spoken about has come back to heart-centered love, self-love. And, there's no coincidence really, is because love runs the universe. Love is the foundation of the universe. We are made from pure positive light and love. And so therefore, of course, everything comes back to love, because love is the governing energy of everything. Okay. So, so loving kindness, this was actually a request by Lucy. And also Kath talked about wanting to have some tapping done around slowing down. Now, I know these 2 ladies pretty well, and I know that they live incredibly busy lives being in service to others. And so it makes complete sense that they would, make this request, because we all know that actually this is what we want. We want balance, we want ease, we want flow. This is at the very heart of us. We know that this is what we truly want. This is what's honoring our spirit and our soul. And so therefore, this kind of desire to want to go within, this desire to want to treat ourselves better and to honor ourselves better is, it's a real pull. It's because we know that's actually where we our soul wants to go. Okay, so today I've got my rose quartz crystals. Morning, Sarita. So I've got my rose quartz crystals, and I've got my rose quartz angel. There's a rough rose quartz there I've got, and also the little love heart that I got when I went to the cacao ceremony. And I've just pulled a card as well, which makes perfect sense, because when I was doing some meditation, this was something that came through for me. Okay, and this is, I release time and let the universe show me what to do. Okay, so that's the card. I'll take a picture of it and put it in the group. So I release time and I let the universe show me what to do. And today, when I was during my meditation, what I had was, you are in the perfect space. There is nothing you should do. There is nothing you need to do. You are in the perfect space. So, one of the things I've become very present to in my own life, which is where a lot of the resistance comes from, is this need to be working in the future, for the future, kind of all the time. Like being in that sort of space of shoulding on myself is like, you really should be doing that to achieve that. You should be in that space by now. And that should creates a huge amount of pressure. It's quite a critical feeling. It's quite an inner critic type feeling, but it's always that push of kind of like, you really should be doing that. And today when I was doing my meditation, it definitely felt like a sort of like, no, it's fine. Wherever you are is fine. It's that sort of relief. It's that release of the pressure that I'm putting on myself. Go, no, actually, where you are is perfect. What you're doing is perfect. You're in the perfect space. Just keep doing what you're doing, but be in the now. Okay. And, I'm reading a book at the moment, which I posted in the group. Good morning, Nalini. I don't think it's morning for you, mind, is it? I think it's probably more like afternoon for you. Okay, so I don't think you get any sleep, do you, Nalini? I'm pretty sure you don't. Not with 2 boys as well. But so basically, when time can be, hey, Lucy, she does get some sleep. Oh, good. So I think I had this realization around time a couple of weeks back about how, we always talk about time being an illusion. Einstein talked about time being an illusion. And, we put such a lot of pressure on ourselves around the concept of time. But, if time is an illusion, what is it? Because we measure everything that we do by time. And good morning, Laura. And so, you know, because we think about it in a very sort of linear sense. But again, when you start to look into quantum physics and the universe and things, you know, time isn't linear. And yet in our minds it is. And then we beat ourselves with a stick about it, even though it's not real. But it's hard for us to get our heads wrapped around it. And again, this came to me during a meditation. Itchy nose. Anybody in the spiritual world, you know, into spiritual world knows an itchy nose needs a download. Okay, so basically what time is about the cycles of life. Okay, so everything has a cycle of life. If you think about you know, any kind of plant or vegetation, it has a cycle of life. It has a birth, it has a growth, it has a death, then returning to earth to be reborn. Okay, it's a cycle of life. And so it's not actually time that we're looking at, it's the cycle. It's just in our minds, we're actually interpreting it as time. So what has this got to do with loving kindness towards ourselves? Because we put such a lot of pressure on ourselves because of time. But all we're doing is we're creating cycles in our lives. And again, if you think about the time in terms of like somebody's time on earth, and I'm going to talk about women particularly because you can definitely identify with women, there are cycles of life. There is, I think it's what's called, I don't know what the first cycle is. I can't remember what the first cycle is called, but the second cycle, which I think is from 20 to 50, 40, 20 to 40 is called maidenhood. Okay, which is obviously the fertility time. And then I think it's from 40. I can't remember exactly. I have to get the ages again. Because I was looking up about menopause once, and I've told a few of the ladies on here. Okay, so I think from 40 is actually referred to as enchantress stage. So when people are in menopause, it's actually enchantress stage. And then 60 plus is the crone stage, old crone stage. Okay, sorry. But actually crones means crown, silver crown, okay, to do with the hair, okay, and wisdom. So because I was looking at that, I was thinking about the cycles of life. And so we have, you know, specific cycles in a woman's sort of body of life. And it's all for a purpose. There is all for a purpose. And so we tend to put all this pressure on ourselves around time and about what we should have done. And we never allow ourselves the relief of everything is perfect right now. Okay, so if you didn't see the card is that one, and it is, I release time and let the universe show me what to do. I release time. I release myself. I allow myself that relief of actually, I don't have to do anything. In this moment, everything is perfect. That is the kindest thing you can do for yourself, okay? Now, in the book, Why Woo Woo Works, Dr. David Hamilton talks about kindfulness. You know, so, you know, we all know about mindfulness, but he talks about kindfulness in his section, okay? And this is about having, because he's speaking from a you know, a scientific perspective, because he's explaining a lot of kind of the spiritual pseudosciences, a lot as it's been labeled, in a more scientific sense, which is why it's such a brilliant book. And the impact on it, maybe a hormonal level, that the whole kindfulness has, okay? Not only for ourselves, but other people. We all know, you know, the impact a loving touch or a loving word has on somebody else. You only need to take one moment of kindness to have an impact on yourself and another person, because it creates the love hormone, okay, within you, the oxytocin. Is it called the hugging hormone, oxytocin, because it's released when we hug? Okay, so kindfulness to others, okay, helps us to feel better, but kindfulness to ourselves. So what can you do today to be kinder to yourself? Okay, yeah, I think you'd love it, Nalini. I knowing you with your, you know, your engineer's mind, your professor's mind, and your spiritual side, I think you would absolutely love it. Okay, so what can you do to be kinder to yourself today? So taking my lead from Kath, my lovely friend Kath, she talked about wanting to slow down. Okay, now Kath is a very busy head teacher, so I totally get why she's like, I need to slow down. We all need to slow down. We all need to slow down. Now, the reason why I think this came through as being the subject for Friday is because, and particularly where we are in the year, is because we're coming into kind of winter. For us in the UK here, we're coming into winter. We're not really in the throes of winter yet because it's still quite warm, but we're going in, actually it's full moon today as well, actually. which is about release. So so basically we're going into this stage of nurturing. Okay, so winter is about nurturing. If you think about it, animals naturally go and hibernate, so we are going into this phase of nurturing. So what can we do to nurture ourselves? Yes, I know we have to live out there in the world, we have to you know, do the stuff because that's, you know, us based in reality. But what can we do to be kinder to ourselves and nurture ourselves more, so that we can be kinder to ourselves? Because when we're kinder to ourselves, we tend to be kinder to other people. Have you noticed that? When we start to experience like more self-love, we have more loving feelings towards other people. It is easier for us to be kinder to other people. And I'm not talking about necessarily being kinder to the people that we know. Oh, you are in the middle of winter. Okay, fair enough. I'm not talking about, you know, because I think naturally we are all, you know, particularly when you're in spiritual, you know, world, you ladies are all heart-led. The people who watch this video are all heart-led. I know that you are kind to the people and the animals around you, but I'm talking about being kind to the people that are not necessarily in your world all the time. Okay, that smile at a stranger, you know, who you just connect with, that thank you to the driver who lets you through, and a smile as well, you know, because I think it's very easy, and I know I've done this, where, you know, I've kind of been so up in my own head, somebody's let me through in the traffic and I haven't even said thank you. Okay, and I think again, you know, in this age of us wearing, you know, a lot of people wearing masks, people are not able to see the smile, so you have to smile with your eyes, or maybe make more of a hand gesture. So what can you do to be, you know, kinder to yourself? But what can you do to be kinder to those people you don't know? Now, a lot of you know that there's something called pay it forward, okay, which I know a lot of you practice. Okay, is that pay it forward? You do it every day in some shape or form. But I'm talking about right now is, what can you do to go within? What can you do to slow down a little bit, experience that loving kindness for yourself, so that you can actually pay it forward? Okay, pay that forward, but it needs to start with you first. A lot of you, again, and I spoke about this yesterday, find it easier to do for others than yourself, but you need to start with yourself because you are your number one priority. I spoke about that yesterday. Self-love is the key to everything else. Okay, and a lot of people have a challenge with self-love. I get it, I understand it. It is a process. You've got to allow a lot of the stuff that you've been programmed with just to fall away, and it will fall away naturally. We can't wrench it off, but you know, some of the programming about ourselves. So we just start with one act of kindness at a time. So what do? We maybe take ourselves off for a cup of coffee and just give ourselves some space. Maybe we go and walk in nature and give ourselves some time and space. Time, again, notice, okay? Maybe we go and do some meditation. Maybe we take some time off work, because actually maybe that thing doesn't need to be done, you know, right now. Maybe we just go and enjoy ourselves. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about play and fun. So maybe you take time out to have some fun. I mean, for me, a lot of you know I've got a couple of cats who are kind of just playful and fun. And sometimes, because my desk is in the lounge, it's because we've been having some renovation work done, it is very easy for me to just work. And my cats are playing around me. A lot of you have seen, you know, they're kind of like all around me. And sometimes I'm like, I'm so busy in my work, I'm like, I'm not paying attention to them, and they are little balls of joy. All right, and I'm like, yeah, actually just get up, go and play with them, because that fills me up and it bonds with them and they have fun, and it's an act of loving kindness for me and for them, because we all get something out of it. And I suspect there's, you know, for those of you who have children, you know they're my fur babies, so of course they're my kids. Okay, so but for those of you with children, again, I know that this will probably be something that you struggle with as well, is sometimes you're so busy in work and in work mode, you maybe forget to have that time with your family. Okay, and you put maybe kind of like this work pressure of what you should do ahead of, you know, really that time and space, which is the loving kindness part. So today is about loving kindness. What can I do to be kinder to myself? Oh yeah. So and what can I do to go within and just slow down a little bit, instead of, you know, every time I feel this pressure of the should, you know, let me just take that out, put it to one side. Okay, and maybe ask the question, what would love do? Okay, take the should out, put it to one side, what would love do? And then go from that space into doing something kind for yourself, doing something kind for others, maybe doing something kind for all of you, because you'll all benefit from it. And actually that's what's going to speed up your manifestations, by the way. It's not the doing, it's the being. Okay. All right. So let the heart be the guide. Let's do some tapping, ladies and gents. Okay, feet on the floor. Let's connect with the heart, okay? Because, you know, that's the power center for all of us. All right. So if it's safe for you to do so, take a breath. Close your eyes and just breathe into your body. Feel your feet on the floor. And let's just send roots down from the soles of your feet. Have you noticed that the word is soles? Just got that. Okay, down into the earth, wrapping around the heart center of the earth, the core. And let's just imagine a beautiful loving energy coming up from Mother Gaia, earth center, up through the feet, up through the legs. And we're going to send that loving energy up our bodies, up through the spine, up through the crown chakra, up to the sky, up to the heavens, connecting with divine energy that pours back down through your crown chakra and meets at your heart center. Breathe that in. I just want you to feel that loving energy that is coming in, pouring into your body. Breathe in, expand your awareness and your energy out. Send your energy field out. Breathe it in, send that loving energy out. Remember, we're sending loving kindness out to the world today. But it starts with you receiving the love first. Receive the love and send it out. Okay, and let's start tapping on the eyebrow point. Today I choose to receive love in all its forms. Today I choose to receive love. Whatever I do, wherever I go, I am going to choose to receive love first. I'm going to notice where love exists in the world. I'm going to become consciously aware where love exists in the world. That's one of them. I'm going to notice where loving kindness is in the world. I'm going to notice where I can be kinder to myself. I'm going to take the pressure of the should off my shoulders. And I'm going to ask myself, what would love do? And I'm going to notice what the answer is. I'm going to choose to release the pressure I put myself under.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, my goodness me. Everything's kicking off today. I'm going to choose love today. I'm going to notice where I can release the pressure of time. Where I can be kinder. I can ask myself, does that really need to be done now? Or could I be more loving and kinder and trust the timing of the universe and be present in this moment and practice kindness to myself and others? Because maybe there's people in my life that just want my time and attention. And that is the kindest thing I can do for them and me. Today I choose love. Today I will notice love. Today I will notice loving kindness in all its forms. I release the pressure of time and trust that I'm in the perfect place. And what is happening is perfect. And I don't have to be anywhere or do anything. Today I choose love. Okay, just hands on the heart, breathe that in. And I want you to bring to mind something or someone that maybe you want to send some loving kindness to, whether they are close to you or far away. Send love to them now. As you breathe in the love, send it out to them. And just feel that. And I just had my mum pop into my head, so I'm going to call my mum today because that is the loving kindness thing that I can do for her today. And for myself too. So I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gents, and anybody who's watching on replay. So we've got 2 more days to go. Have an amazing day. Be kind to yourselves today and others. Of course, I know you will do that, but just take a little bit more notice today of where love exists in your life. And I will catch you again tomorrow morning. Take care. See you soon.